Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Okay, let's take a walk over here to say hello to Tonya Hall. She's the host of Marketing Mavericks, produces this shows and others, does a lot of booking for us. And we knew you were an unsafe driver, so we've arranged... No.
Right off the bat.
We're having Tonya test what looks like a rear view mirror.
It does.
What is it?
It is the Papago GoSafe 260.
So can you use it as your rearview mirror or no?
You can, and that's a part of the feature is that it actually clips really easily onto your rearview mirror right here. So it's got some...
yeah, you snap it on. And you can see in the rearview mirror, but then there's also a camera facing the other way so that while you're looking at the mirror here, it's looking at the world outside.
That is true.
Is it making noise?
It is making noise.
Is it Papagoing me?
So what happens is you actually have to have it plugged in. It does not come with this cord. It actually comes with a cord that you put into your cigarette lighter. And it automatically turns on the minute that you start your car. It automatically turns off. Actually, it goes for like a minute, I think, after, maybe not a full minute, but just a brief few seconds after you turn your car off.
Yeah.
And it fits right over your rearview mirror. So it is design-wise, it's plastic, it's kind of bulky. My interior of my vehicle is not black. It is actually tan. So it really was obvious. It
clashed a little bit with your
did,
camera,
and it was really obvious. I got a lot of dirty looks around Petaluma, is all I'm saying. And you can
I see it has a micro SD card slot.
It does.
So it's recording to that?
Correct.
Okay.
So that is what it records to, and it will not actually record, obviously, without that in there. It will turn on, it just won't record. This camera is adjustable, so you can point it up, you can point it down to the sides.
Now, where's the feedback coming from? Is it going to show an image of what the camera's seeing here?
It will. So,
you're kidding.
So right here is...
So not only is it a mirror, but it's also showing what's ahead.
It does, and it's actually... so this is actually much smaller. The viewing image is smaller than a lot of its other competitors, which is good, because it gives you more mirror space.
Yeah.
But the mirror itself is actually one of my least favorite pieces of it, because even though you have more viewable, you can see more inside your vehicle, but it gets smaller outside, and it's very dark. If you can see, it's really dark.
It's not a super great mirror, in other words.
It is a bad mirror.
Let me see if I can do my makeup.
It is actually kind of unsafe, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Put on your lipstick.
It's not great. Can you see yourself, ladies and gentlemen, in there? There you are.
I did use it to put on my lipstick. I was worried that actually got caught on camera. I had the editor look at that.
We didn't see it.
Yeah, we didn't see it. So the cable it comes with is really long.
I was showing people, I don't know if they know it, but I plugged into it plugs into the top, so you'll run the cable down through there. So you're going to have a cable down your...
You're either going to have a cable
windshield.
Just sitting, or you can... Exactly. You have plenty of cable to wire it around.
It's long enough to go all the way around. Okay.
Exactly. That's what it's intended for. This monitor is very difficult to see because of the angle of the rearview mirror. So while you're driving, which probably is
you don't want to steer
safe.
using that. That's more for aiming the camera probably than anything else.
This can actually focus in. So if you wanted to focus in on something, so for example, somebody's license plate, you could do that. Or
take a picture of that.
But here's the problem: at about 25 feet, when you Zach actually did. I used this product as well as Zach, our editor, got some B-roll for this. And what happened was when you try to get really close to a car and you're trying to actually get their license plate, even at 25 feet, you really can't focus in on the license plate. As far as the camera quality...
Louise, I'm glad he has this camera. This guy's speeding through the parking garage.
He is a speeder, so it's caught on camera now.
We need to add to this... Do not try this at home. Untrained driver on open course.
But you can see how it adjusts to light, see how it quickly adjusts, which is actually good.
I'm amazed at how good the image is.
The quality is actually good. The cammer quality is very good.
And you see date and timestamp. That's important. Okay.
So
it does not blink 2.5x speed.
Watch out!
That's us.
Yeah, it does not do that.
But I see you can't see that. Even if you took a still of that and zoomed in, would you be able to read the license? Or
it was very difficult. Most of the time, we were not. See right there, you can see it's very difficult to see the license plate.
Okay.
But so that could be a drawback for sure. I know these are very popular, and from the standpoint of the quality of the video, it's good. You can also take stills. So if you wanted to take stills, you could. Something else that's kind of neat is if you wanted to create an audio track of what
There's my car.
Uh-oh.
I was able to see that license plate.
Busted. If you wanted to actually have an audio, inside inside. It was actually much easier in the dark to see the license plate.
So he's using the zoom buttons to do that.
There is a zoom, right? So
now here's a question: a lot of dash cams record all the time, but only save the last few minutes. Or if there's an accident, save it. Is this saving it all?
It saves it all of the time.
Hey, get that Slurpee. What is this, Glee?
What kind of
man.
kids do we have around
Can
here?
we rewind that and see if we could spot who that was? I want to find that perp.
That was a perfectly good slushie.
Yeah, wow. It looked like a rainbow slushie.
Oh, now I want
Okay,
one.
wait a minute. Slow down. Who is it? Wait a minute. It's you.
No, it's not.
Okay. Wow.
Whoa, look at that.
Nice shot.
Nice shot, Zach.
Wow. Do we know that person, or was that actually an
That was
incident?
a fan of Twit.
Oh.
They said, stop driving around. Get back to the show.
Get back to work.
Get back to work. So it actually does record all of the time. And also what's really neat is...
Here we go in the car wash to get rid of the slushy. Okay, good.
Well, it was important. But it does adjust to the lighting. But so the thing about recording is it continues to record. So let's say... it doesn't just stop recording at the if you run out of space, it actually it'll start recording.
It goes back to the beginning.
Over old.
Okay,
so,
that's okay.
Which is good.
That's okay, yeah.
So you don't, if you accidentally forget or you don't, realize it's not recording it, it's always recording. So you have that.
And if you have, so how much space does it use up? I mean, if you have a 32 gig micro SD card in there, it's probably hours, right?
Yeah. So in fact, we didn't use up all the space, but we did a lot of driving around. I drive, lots of pretty scenery around here. So the audio quality is good. And I was saying, if you wanted to create like a notebook, if you wanted to have, if you're going on a family trip and you wanted to talk about what you were seeing,
you'd have the video.
That might be kind of fun. Again, it's really obvious. I got a lot of dirty looks. It was kind of a Google Glass kind of experience.
So people could tell they were getting
people knew.
Filmed.
People were looking at me.
This does explain a lot, because we got your expense report featuring one slushy and one car wash, and I couldn't really figure out what was going on there. So now I understand that was part of the testing. Give us the pros and cons of the Papago Go!
Easy installation. It was super easy. It just clips on. Not hard to install at all. Of course, you will have to install the cord, but outside of that, the good quality camera for driving, wide viewing range, which is more than most of the other similar cameras. Video snapshot options. You could actually just do a snapshot if you wanted to. You didn't have to do the whole video. And it's got anti-glare for evening, which is actually kind of nice.
Right.
Cons are, it's an eyesore. It was
Ugly.
really obnoxious.
Yeah.
It stood out.
Not a great mirror either.
No.
So that might be a
and actually, exactly. That was, it was hard to see the video, by the way, while you're driving, which probably you shouldn't see. But the thing that I stood out the most was the fact that you actually cannot see in the mirror very well. And I felt actually unsafe.
Yeah.
In the, with the GoSafe 260.
This should be really a mirror.
Yeah.
Not a two-way.
They should focus more on the mirror, because I felt it didn't make me feel secure. It's like a one-way mirror
kind of sort of thing.
Yeah.
How much?
It is actually not a bad price compared to some of its competition. It's $170 on Amazon. You can get it as cheap as that. It's actually a
video, $170. What do you say? Buy? Don't buy?
It is a don't buy.
Don't buy
because of the fact that the rear view mirror. Lots of other things were great, but if they could get the rear view mirror, I would say buy it. But we have recommended a couple of the other Papago products. So in fact, we had a Papago GoSafe 330 that we did list as a buy. So maybe that's a better option. But if the rear view mirror isn't important to you, then I don't know.